Hi everyone, welcome to Granny J Clay. I have determined that it would probably be a good idea to do shorter videos. And I think a lot of people skip to the end of a video anyway to see what the end result is. But I'm not going to get a new camera. I'm going to use my camera that kind of messed up on me last time, but I think obviously it was my fault. So this is going to be short, but it will be hopefully helpful to you. I still wanted to show you how I put transfers onto Primo white clay. And so I rolled out a sheet of clay. I didn't even cut the raw edges off. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut a couple of shapes. I'm going to use this beautiful blue one. Jenny in Sioux Falls, you'll love the blue, I know. Maybe others do too. But these beautiful roses are just gorgeous, so I wanted to do that as well. And I think what I'm going to do is just do a round. Just kind of roll it a little bit. Make sure it's not too sticky for here. I'm going to make a couple of round ones, not heart, but a couple of round ones. And I'm going to make them a little bit smaller so that they can, well, I might make a center one, a big one, and then two smaller ones so it can be a necklace and earrings set, if that's something you so desire. But let me just get the cutters out. I am using my Fat Daddy-O cutters. Like I told you many times, this is just, it's really cracking. My case is cracking. It cracked some off the lid. I've used these and used these and used these, and they are the best, just the best. So let's see, what do I want to get? I've got the small, next size up. Maybe that would be this would be a good earring. I think that would be a pretty necklace. And you know, for a while there, I was making really large pieces because people were wearing bigger pieces. But I'm thinking they don't wear that so much anymore. I'm going to check the bottom because sometimes I don't wipe them off like I'm supposed to. So I'm just going to take a little wipe, make sure I get some of it off. Yeah, there's some around the edges. And I'll wipe these off too. Okay. Now what I usually do is I cut the piece first. But today I decided I am going to make half and half. So you'll get to see half blue and half the pretty green and red roses. But I still have to cut this. So let me see which way. It looks pretty much the same. Let me get my scissors out, quick like. And I ordered these. Let me tell you who I ordered these from. Let's see. I ordered them off Etsy. Let me get her card out because I want you to see. So if you wanted to order some, you could. I've got other ones, but I picked these two for today. Okay, here's what it says. It says, Water Soluble Transfers, Odd Compass Company. And then it tells you how to use them, and it tells you where to store your sheets if you want to know that. And so let's just see how this works. Let's see. I have to cut the edge off. I don't want the edge. The edge is white. I don't need that on. Don't need that on there. And cut this side too. How about that Kansas City Chiefs win last night? Oh my goodness, my husband couldn't sit still. It was so fun to watch. And I was so thankful that the two young men that were hurt in the game prior were able to play. They did okay, thankfully. Now you can tell probably on this sheet that I have some divot marks here and there. So I'm just going to kind of, I think what I will do is maybe cut it off. Let me just grab this. I'll just cut that off. And off too. And cut this off too. Now this is on a 1, which is my widest setting. So we'll just see how this goes, shall we? I'm going to do this side first. So let's see about there. Well, let's cut them both and prepare both of them so I have them ready to go. I hope you're all doing well. It is cold here today. This morning it was 12 degrees. My brother in Boise, Idaho said it was 8, which is, he said, unusual there, 8 degrees. So yes, we are having unusual weather and unusual things happening these days. So I'm going to get that right here, I think. And let's see. And that one. Okay. So I'm going to cut this off a little bit. Might have a little extra, but not too much. Okay. So what you do is you take your transfer and you just lay it down. Let's see, which one do I want to show more than the... If it all doesn't show, I want it about like that. Okay, now I'm going to smooth it down so it sticks to my clay. This is an important step. You don't want bubbles under there. So just... And you're supposed to use a light colored clay. I have used pink clay before and you just couldn't see it very well. But white is amazing. Okay, and this, I might tip it upside down and I might cut that part off and use this. Okay. I didn't cut that very evenly, so let's be careful how I put it on. There we go. So you're going to get to see 2 different transfers, 2 different prints. I'll put those up there for a minute. And those fingernails that I grew when I was in the hospital and recovering here a little bit are all chopped off now. I cannot work with long fingernails on clay. But it was fun to have them for a short time. But now I'm getting cuts in my fingers as usual because of the dryness of the clay and just working it. So that looks good. I think that looks good to me. Okay. Now it says here, okay, place sheet ink side down onto your unbaked clay. Make sure it makes full contact without air in pockets. Burnish it lightly, which is what I was doing, burnishing it with my fingers. Let sit on the clay for 10 minutes. I haven't done that in the past. It seems to work. I get a beautiful transfer without letting it sit for 10 minutes, but you can do that if you want to. I'm not going to do that, and we'll just see how. Yes, I know, I'm going against the rules. Just want to make sure that's down really well. Okay. And it says wash away under cold water. Well, what I do is I put water in my little Chobani yogurt cup here, and then I just bring it over and I tap, tap, tap. Let me move that extra clay away. Move that away. And I will show you how I do this. And I have spilled it before, so anything is possible. I don't plan to spill today, but let me just move some things. I moved my whole desk back to where it was. I was not, I just wasn't comfortable with where I had it. So, okay. So I'm going to put this over here. And hopefully you can see this well enough. I'll push it up a little bit further. There we go. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this glove off. When I work with white clay especially, I like to wear a glove. But it's a little bit harder to work with the water. And so let me just see if I can bring it over this way a little bit more. Okay. And all I'm going to do is put my finger in like this bring it out and dab, 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 dab. Look what it does right away. Isn't that amazing? Pretty soon you'll feel that get mushy under your finger. I'm just going to do one side at a time here. And then pretty soon it will come off on your finger and it will leave just the ink. And you can buy water-soluble paper and make your own prints if you want to. Let's see here. I want to get it good and wet and just kind of let it soak through. It's not hard to get a really beautiful print to transfer if you use this water-soluble clay. You have to use an inkjet printer. I guess I didn't say that. I don't have one, so I can't print my own. But they're really not very expensive if you go on the internet and look for them. Or you can go on Etsy too. I buy a lot of things on Etsy. And they keep track of all my orders, and I like to go on Etsy for my orders. They stand by it, what you buy. So that's a good thing. Okay, now I'm going to do this so you can see. I'm going to bring it down a little bit and see if you can see. See this mushy stuff here? That's the paper coming off. Right there, that's the paper coming off. So I'm going to bring it back out. So what I'm going to do is just kind of take it off. And I've got a paper towel here. I'm just going to wipe it on that. And there's more coming off, see? Easy. It's just so easy to do it. And it gives you such a gorgeous print. And someone had said, you know, you don't have to buy those expensive silk screens. Well, I like the silk screens too. They give you something a little bit different, but lots of times I go back and color in where I printed a silk screen, and on this, you don't have to. So it depends on where you're at and kind of what you want to do. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's so pretty, I think. And the neat thing about this, I'm getting into the red, that's okay though, is that I'm going to cut out my pieces and I'm going to bake them. And when they come out of the oven, that ink is set. So if I left a little bit of that paper on it, I can rinse that off under cold water and it comes right off. It doesn't disturb the ink at all. Not at all. Look at that. That's the clay with the print. Oh, I think that's so pretty. I'm sure that there are many people that have done this out there, but you know, quite a while back I was trying to do napkin transfers and they just weren't working very well for me. And it's not the process, it's me. You know, I need to learn how to do it better. I'm just going to dab that a little bit. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that, you guys. I'll bring it down further after I do the red one. So let's do the red one. What's fun about this, if I wanted to, I could make a piece that has both of these on it. If I cut them right in the middle, but I don't know that I'll be doing that, so. I'd have to plan more for what I was going to do if I did that. And today I want separate pieces, so there we go. Anyway, my husband's upstairs watching a lot of TV this morning because they have a lot about the game on, of course. And when we first moved here, about 12 years ago, to the Kansas City area, we just couldn't believe how the people here were so into their athletics. But They're into the royals. They're into the, okay, whoops, the chiefs. Most anything. Oop, 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 oop. Putting some back in. I know I'm reaching across the screen. I guess that won't hurt it. If it floats in my water a little bit, maybe I'll bring it back over here. Isn't that amazing, you guys? This is the best thing, I think. When you don't have time to sit and color, and if you have a couple of transfers on hand, you could do something beautiful like this and give a gorgeous gift. My sister-in-law and my brother and their daughter came over last night. I had made some fresh cinnamon rolls. I am practicing my dough skills. So, yesterday, I finally made cinnamon rolls that turned out, honestly, perfectly. They just turned out perfectly. And anyway, when they came over, my sister-in-law makes jewelry. And so I gave her a bunch of my clay pieces to use. She's done that before for her jewelry. And, since I don't sell my stuff, I give my stuff away. It pleases me to do that. I'm happy that she can use them. And she's a teacher, and so she will make things for the teachers and share. Now, there you go. Check that out. Do you not think that's just, whoops, sorry, I wiggled the camera on you there. Isn't that so pretty, you guys? Let's see, I'm gonna move it up a little bit. I put my camera in a different spot, so I'm kind of guessing here. Okay, there you go. Gorgeous or what? I can feel most of it is off. There might be a little bit more on, but not much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and cut. Sometimes I put a piece of saran wrap over my clay, and I cut pieces like that because it leaves a beveled border. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it with these. I don't want to pull that up, but I don't think it would pull it up. Anyway, I'm going to do it just the old-fashioned way. So here, I'm going to use as much of this as I can. And I'm going to press down. That will be the necklace. And I should pull it up just to see if I can get it up. Yes, I can. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way a little bit. In fact, I'm going to get a tile. I'm going to get to see my Kansas State purple sweatshirt there. Okay, and let me grab another. I'll get you back in view here in just a second, but there's a little water there, so just want to make sure I have it off. Okay, there's that. Oh, I think that's so pretty. All right. Now I'm going to make some earrings, and you want to squeeze as much as you can out of this sheet. That looks good, I think. So, there's that. You can use these little ones as necklaces too. You can do whatever you want. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't see it. That's one of them. Let's make another. I think what I'm going to do is bring it back up a little bit so we can see. Let's see, where should I go with this one? I might go right there. I really like to use as much of the print as I possibly can. Twist, lift that up, lift that up. So here we have this, 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 and this. Now, won't that make a cute earring and necklace set? Or really, whatever you want. It'll make a beautiful whatever you want to make out of it. So I'm putting them over here. I'll show you on my tile. Here you go. And I'm going to go bake them after I'm done making the video. And I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to make an identical set, but it's going to be, you can tell that there's still some right on there. But I am going to go for that gorgeous rose right there for the necklace part. There it is. And let's go, see if I can get one out of that. Can I? I think so. Sometimes on screen it doesn't look like you can when you line it up, but okay, there's another one. And let's see, that's kind of a light and airy one. I'll make another light, kind of light and airy one, maybe down here. Over here a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Bring it in a little bit. Okay. All right. Isn't that pretty? Now, I have this left, and I can do whatever I want to with that. But for now, I'm going to run these upstairs, and I'm going to bake them. And you can see that this is a little filmy, so I know that there's still a little bit of probably paper, you know. In fact, I feel it. So once they're baked, then I can rub that off and we'll be good to go. You want to just check your edges a little bit here. Sometimes you get not so smooth edge. Now once I bake these and I get the rest of the paper off of them, I'll just wash them all just to make sure the paper's off. Then I'm going to put resin on them, and then they really pop. Oh, resin magnifies things. It's just, I just am so happy that I decided I would try resin. And I'm going to show you this. I've shown this to you before, but this is the, oh boy. This got black, I'm not sure how, but it's UV resin. And it's from, let's see, maybe this one shows it better. Yes. This is one that's empty. It's Decor Ram, if you can see that. Decor Ram, UV resin, clear. And it's 500 grams. It's a nice big bottle. And this one lasted me, oh my, just the longest time. I'm not even sure how long. But probably about 8 to 10 months. Depends on how much you resin. And then, of course, I've got a UV lamp over here that I use. And you can go on the internet and order this. It's really a good resin. You do not have to mix anything. Not one thing. All right, that's all I'm going to do for now. And I hope you enjoy this video. And God bless you all. I'll see you back soon for a short video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.